As a kid, I was deathly afraid of bees. My sisters and my parents will probably tell you that I'm still kind of afraid of bees. But I was so afraid of getting stung by a bee. And then I remember in third grade, I was up in the jungle gym, and here comes this bee buzzing around, and I tried to act cool and try to swat it away, and then it stung me. And I was so amazed at that moment because I had never been stung by a bee, and I thought I would maybe even die by being stung, but it's it stung a little and it wasn't that bad. So I went to the nurse's office. I was just so surprised that it finally happened to me. I didn't know what it was going to be like. There's some things that we just can't really know about until we experience them or until they happen to us or until we allow them to happen to us. Today in our gospel, Jesus tells this parable about the unforgiving servant in response to Peter's question about how many times he should forgive his brother, as many as 7 times, and Jesus says no, as many as 77 times. And then tells this parable about this person who has all this debt to be that that is owed to this master, like one that he could never pay back. And the master is coming to accept that payment, and he just falls down in front of him and says, have mercy on me. I will try my best. And the master, in compassion, forgives this man. But then the same man goes to someone else who owes him some money, and he is unmerciful to them. He will not allow them even the slightest moment to pay back the smaller debt that they owe him. So even though he's received this mercy, this forgiveness of his own debt, he refuses to forgive the debt of another. I think that we know on some level that we are called to forgive other people. And I think one of the hardest things for us in that is knowing that we ourselves can be forgiven. I think that this unforgiving servant just could not accept the overwhelming mercy he received from the master being God in our lives. But we have to. The whole reason we're even here is that God has deigned in his mercy that we might still be here. We deserve, by all of our sinfulness, by everything that humanity has done, we don't deserve to be here. But God in his mercy loves us and shows us mercy. Not for anything that we've done, not anything that we've earned, but because of who we are. We are his beloved sons and daughters, and we have been given this great mercy, but we have to receive it as well. So I think one of the best ways for us to learn how to forgive is to know ourselves being forgiven. So my suggestion is always then to go to reconciliation, to hear those words from the Father that say, I forgive you. Through the ministry of the church, I forgive you of your sins. It's some of the greatest words we can hear, and it's the Father's voice just saying how much he loves us. That is how we begin to learn how to forgive ourselves, to forgive others, as we learn to know ourselves as forgiven. So today I invite you to that sacrament of reconciliation, especially during this Lenten season, so that we might forgive others by knowing ourselves being forgiven by God.